Hello, hello, Cancer. So let me adjust my crown here. Look like it's kind of, I don't know what's going on. It's getting late over here, though, so we're going to let it go as long as it's still on my head. Hello, hello, Cancer. So this is going to be a part of the series that I was talking about earlier this month about why am I fucked up or what's keeping me stuck or what are the obstacles that maybe I'm dealing with to keep me from moving forward. So with some of these, they've been coming out where they've had mother daddy issues, some sexual abuse, some physical abuse has been coming up in the readings too. So for some of you that are really going through a vulnerable time and you don't feel like you can deal with it, the disclaimer is maybe just move on past it. um especially if you feel like you don't want to open it up and you feel like you may be triggered. Now, if you are in a place in your life where you feel like I do want to work on it, I do want to figure out what's going on with me, I'm strong enough to hear this or I'm strong enough to do it and I want to put some action behind it, then definitely check the video out. But if it feels like it's not for you and spirit is not leading you here, then just go ahead, click off and go check out another reader, okay? I want to make sure that everybody is okay for these readings. Now, we're going to be using the Osho Zen Tarot and we're going to be using the Tough Shit Tarot to give a little bit of guidance within this reading. So, hold up, let me go ahead and put this down because some people say they want to see me shuffle. I'm not used to the boob shot, y'all. It is really, the bouncing boobs is just like really, and I see so many readers and I've never paid attention. Now I would be looking like, do their boobs bounce too? I got on a goddamn good bra too. But they're there, so I can't do anything about it. So bear with me. Please do not get offended. They are covered. So let's see. Cancer, Cancer, Cancer. This is going to be your why am I stuck? Possibly what obstacles are holding you back. Let's see. Cancer. Let's see. Cancer, some of you may be dealing with a situation where you don't feel like you have a voice or you may not be speaking up to yourself. For some of you, I feel like there could be some guilt that you are carrying where maybe somebody told you to be quiet or not to say anything. So I feel like some of you definitely could be dealing with that energy of either kind of like that child that's like, go sit over there in the corner and don't speak unless you're spoken to. I feel like some of you sometimes are feeling like you're on the outside when it comes to dealing with people because of that. It could be that you could be having somebody that makes you feel like your words or what you have to say are insignificant in their lives. And this could have been something that has come through childhood. I feel like some of you too may be getting an issue where there may be somebody saying you're lazy or you're not doing enough, or they're making you feel that way. Like you got to keep getting up and proving yourself, put in action. Maybe they feel like, oh, you're sleeping too much, or you're not promoting yourself, or you're not looking for a job. But I feel like some of you could have that mentality, and this could have been something somebody told you when you were younger. I also feel too that some of you may be overworking yourself because of that. You may be dealing with a situation where maybe you're trying to prove yourself to people in your life. Cancer, 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 Spirit. One more time. Cancer. Some of you may be going through some type of depression where there's crying. So we have rebirth. We have new vision. We have postponement, waiting in limbo. We have laziness. Well, we have intensity. And y'all saw me shuffle, so y'all understand. Spirit guide. Letting go of fears. Forgiving yourself. Transformation, and one more, Spirit. Comparison. So let's see what Tough Shit has to say. Tough shit for Cancer. Tough shit for Cancer. Why are they stuck? Why are they stuck, Spirit? All right, so let's see. We have you're in a messy situation. This could involve gossip. We have horny, could be having some issues with your relationships. We have washed up, could have been a time where you were the main person in your social group that shined. And then we got currently playing out childhood roles, outdated childhood roles. And then we have shit happens, control issues. And then we have, let's see, it's definitely your fault. And this is about being caught in a battle of self-blame or victimization. And then we have hold on to your weave. It's time for you to stand up and become more assertive. All right, Cancer. So let's move you on up. Hello, Cancers. So let's start with the healing part because first thing that come out. Some of you definitely are going to be going through a rebirth. If it hasn't already started, but I feel like it has. I feel like it started maybe a few years ago. Some of you, if you've been dealing with an issue where there is issues with not being in control, I feel like some of you have been brought up in an environment where there was comparison, maybe compared to a sibling or somebody else in your family, or you have people around you that, oh, so-and-so has this degree, but you only went to high school, or so-and-so, you have your degree, but so-and-so is going for their master's. I feel like there could have been an issue with comparison that some of y'all are dealing with when it comes to your family or your family dynamics. Some of you may have a parent or a parent figure in your life that made you feel like what you were doing was not good or not as good as somebody else. For some of you, this could have been growing up in a family where there were foster kids or either adoption where you were compared to the biological child or the biological children in the house. Now, for some of you, you dealt with this. You're getting a new vision. There's rebirth that's coming through, which means that, okay, I've gone through this stuff. It's not been the best thing for me, but right now I'm coming out of it. So that could be your outcome. It's showing that your spiritual growth is opening up your eyes to new possibilities around you. And maybe what you thought you aren't anymore because there's a rebirth. There's something emerging that could be different than you. For some of you, this could have been going through some type of spiritual growth, spiritual ritual, or something that opens you up. In voodoo, when you go to Haiti, you kind of go through a situation with Kwanzaa where there's a death to the old and then a new emerges. And for some of you, you literally could be doing this in a spiritual sense within your life right now. Now, for some of you, you may be feeling like life is not moving ahead. It's like, what the fuck is going on? We got two people waiting in limbo. One is looking out the window, waiting for something to happen. I don't know what she's waiting for, the cowboy to come rescue her, the knight to come on the horse, or he's waiting for Rapunzel to let down her hair. But whatever it is, somebody is in limbo. And there's a fear of moving. And I think it's a fear of failure. It's almost like I want to try something different, but I don't want to fail at it. For some of you, it's like you're waiting for somebody to come in and motivate you or pick you up or save you. Won't apply to everybody, but for some of you, you're looking out the window for something or someone to come in and make the situation. Now, we got the laziness card. You literally could be going through something where you're feeling like you don't have the energy or you don't have the get up and go, or even the motivation or determination to do something. Maybe you are doing the best that you can, and it could be that you're going, because I feel depression. I feel like some of you could be dealing with depression, but you could be dealing with people that are like, okay, you know what? You're not doing anything. You're lazy. You're not putting forth an effort. Maybe they don't understand that you're struggling with something. And for some of you, you are, because you're waiting for something to come in and save you from a bad situation. But I feel like you could be around somebody that is making you feel really bad about this period that you're going through. It's like, okay, you need to get out of your bed. You need to brush your teeth. You need to comb your hair. You need to get going. Go out there. Go back to school. Go find your love interest. Go whatever. And you're having a hard time. And there's a disconnect with your energy. I don't feel like it's not that you want to do it. I think you're waiting for something to come in and motivate you to do it. Now, for some of you, this could be this energy from your childhood. Maybe somebody gave you the story that somebody was going to come in and rescue you, or maybe somebody promised you something and you're waiting for this promise to be kept. But for some of you, you are, and it could be why you're feeling like you're not moving. It's like, okay, I don't want to make a bad decision, I don't want to move, and then this person comes or the situation changes and I'm not in position. So for some of you, you may have heard this since childhood. You're too slow, you're not taking advantage of opportunities, you're lazy, you're not going anywhere. And for some of you, you may have actually internalized this where it has become a part of your life. I definitely feel there could be this comparison aspect to where you're being compared to somebody else in your life. Oh, they're doing wonderful, they're doing great, they're making this amount of money, and you're not on that level. If this is not people doing this to you, this could be you doing this to yourself, where it's like, they have their degree, they're making 100,000. I have my degree, I'm not making that kind of money. What is going on? I should be on their level. But if you look, two different trees, we'll say this one is an oak and one is bamboo, two different. For some of you, you may never be what this other person is, or this other person is maybe never be what you are, but maybe they're not supposed to. So for some of you, you could be comparing yourself to something that you're not supposed to be anyway. But maybe you're doing this because this was put in your mind. Maybe you grew up with siblings where somebody praised your brother or your sister more. Oh, they're wonderful. They're da 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 da. And they da 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 da. And whenever you try to say something, they're like, no, this is their time. So some of you literally may have been pushed to the side by family. You could be the youngest child, you could be the middle child. But for some of you, there literally could be somebody that is comparing you to something that you can't attain because you're not supposed to be that person or that way. I feel for some of you, the growth is coming, but there's a lot of intensity with it. And it's showing that it is a spiritual growth because it's showing that you're being guided. You have something that is forcing you out of your comfort zone, Cancer. And for some of you, this is going to bring you towards major transformation, but it's intense. It's not a walk in the park. This is something that's going to make you feel a certain way. And you're like, okay, I don't know if I could deal with this. I don't even know if I want to, but it's showing that it's spirit led or spirit guided. So it is happening whether you're ready for it or not. Some of you might be trying to rectify this energy that's coming in with this laziness or this waiting in limbo. Like, okay, why do I have to move? Where are we moving to? Why is it happening now? And it could be really intense. So some of you could be going through something that is really opening you up to something completely new. But then we have fear. You don't understand what's going on. Where am I going? Where am I going to end up? Where is spirit trying to lead me? I don't know if I want to do this because it's too intense. But this is showing you letting go of fear. This is like the cage is open. Let me try to get the glare off of it. I don't know if I can. Can we do it like that? It's hard. It's hard. It's hard. We have to figure this out. Let's see if I can move it. Oh, there we go. If you notice, the other birds have flown out the cage and there's a bird that's trying. They could be sitting on the edge and it's like, okay, I need to go. I need to go. I'm going to go. Another bird came back and got the bird. It's like, what you doing, dude? What the fuck you doing? Come out the cage open, everybody going down to Aunt Mabel's for barbecue or pick up seeds or whatever. Why are you still in the cage? We got two situations where this could be self-sabotage, where you could be holding yourself back because of a fear of not knowing. What are we going to do? What are we supposed to, where are we flying to? When is this person coming? Where are we going? We got all this open land. I don't know what's going on. So some of you literally could be going through some type of deep transformation that is requiring you to really let go of something that is anchoring you to maybe something that is not good for you anymore, not productive for you anymore. And you're scared. You're scared. Even if you have people, you could be in therapy and the therapist could be like, oh, you're going to be okay. We're going to walk you through this. And you're like, the hell you are. I'm not ready. But the transformation is going on whether you want it or not. It's coming. So for some of you, I feel like this is going to be really major. Now, for some reason, some of you might be holding on to some type of personal guilt. I don't deserve this. I don't deserve what's coming my way. I did something and it's making me realize that I don't need to do this. This is somebody who's in their head. They're overthinking What did I do to deserve this? I must have did something in my past life. Did I kill somebody? Did I kill an animal in this life? Why? This is somebody literally struggling with something, and it's because they feel bad about it. But I feel like there's this issue of feeling like I can't do any better, or maybe somebody made you think you can't do any better. This is somebody holding on to something that I don't feel like they need to. I feel there's a need. If it's guilt that you're holding on to, you got to forgive yourself, because it's keeping you, or it's making this transformation more painful. It's showing that this transformation is coming in, but somebody feels guilty. Maybe some of y'all are feeling guilty about outgrowing people. There's a rebirth. There's changes that are coming, and it's spirit guided. So maybe some of y'all are dealing with things differently. You're awakening. You're looking at something differently, but you feel bad about this. You feel bad. You're struggling with this new transformation that's coming in, and I feel like you're in your head. If you look at this, she's grabbing her head, but there's like something clawing at her head. So for some of you, you could be battling yourself, your thoughts, doubts. I don't deserve this. I'm scared. I don't need this. I'm waiting for somebody to come in and help me be okay with this. It is showing that some of this is coming from childhood. It's almost like this card is saying outdated beliefs. It's like you're stuck on something that was told to you or taught to you, and it's like, I can't let it go. And then we have this control thing where this person doesn't want to change. And we see this here too. We have the transformation coming in, but somebody is literally having a hard time dealing with this transformation, this spiritual growth, this looking at themselves differently. Part of it is too, because some of you could be enabling people, or people could be enabling you, where it's like, okay, let me speak. I feel for some of you, you're having a hard time communicating what you need to with people around you. Maybe you don't want to hurt their feelings. So you're allowing yourself to be hurt because you're trying to save their feelings. And some of you, it's putting you, there's blame, and there's this victim mentality that's starting to happen. And there's this overwhelming guilt of carrying other people's shit that it's not your shit. It's like you're protecting them, but you're hurting yourself. I'm not going to make you feel bad, but I'm going to let myself feel bad because I don't want you to hurt. But then again, it's keeping me stuck. Because when I do that for you, I'm waiting for somebody to come do the same thing for me. And it's not happening. You are your hero. You are the one that's supposed to rescue yourself. You are the one with this card that says, the laziness card, the little quote, the saying that I wrote on it. When I see this card, this means get moving. Get moving. This person is lounging. They become complacent. They've given up maybe their voice. I'm just going to go along with things because I don't want you to feel bad, and I don't want the conflict. God, please, no conflict. I don't want an argument. I don't. Because my moods are going to activate. I'm going to cry. I'm going to get upset, and then everything is going to shut down, and I can't deal with it. I just cannot deal with it. So some of you are not saying what you need to say because either in a love relationship, you're afraid of losing someone, or you're afraid of not being accepted. There could be attachment issues with the horny card. It's not so much just for sex. It's just, I don't want to be alone. And it could get weird with people where you're holding on to people and you don't know why you're holding on to them. You're falling in love quick and you're like, why am I doing this? And the person feels like there's an attachment and it becomes weird. Not for everybody, but some of you could be in a relationship where either you're having somebody attached to you too quickly and you're like, okay, this is creepy as fuck. Or this is somebody looking at you and going, okay, we just met. No, I don't want to move in with you. No, I don't want to move my stuff into your house. And some of you are looking at this person like, why not? I don't understand it. Why not? So there's some codependency and attachment issues. But I feel like it could come from abandonment or comparison. Maybe some of you weren't seen as the prettier stock or the prettier plant or the prettier tree. And so there was some type of abandonment or separation or lack of attachment with this. So it's showing that some of you are battling that. You're dealing with a situation. I wish I could pause this, but I can't. You're dealing with a situation where you are trying to hold on to things in your life, but they're toxic. And it's because you don't want to let go. You're afraid to let go of something, and it's because it doesn't feel right to you. And you don't want to feel alone. Thank you, sweetie. Yoda! Probably Grubhub. I do see the thing about it, Cancers, and I'm sorry about all the noise. It's just crazy. If y'all look at me on Facebook and stuff, y'all know it's a crazy chihuahua. For some of you, there is this thing where it's like, I need to be loved, but I'm scared of love. So some of you, Yoda, you sound like a goddamn demon dog. Stop. We on the video. You're making us look crazy. What you give me? I didn't get your shit. You're the vegan. You already ate. So I digress, and I apologize for all the noise, Cancers. For some of you, there's this thing in childhood where it's like you may not felt like you got enough. There could have been where somebody pushed you to the side where you didn't get everything you needed, and you're looking for this in relationships or with your connections with people. What the hell did you go get? Did you steal my salsa?
I'm taking Jordan's because you don't eat it.
For some of you, I do feel like you were in a position where you've had this moment where it's like, okay, I'm gonna stand up, and I was something. I was the track star. I was the what is it, the when you make good grades, honor roll. I was the honor roll person. And then you felt like that time came and you were knocked down off of that. And now it's like somebody else is taking your place. So some of you may have issues with abandonment and competition, overachievement. I got to be better than this person because if I'm not lovable. If I don't stand out, I'm not lovable. Some of you may find yourself getting caught up in relationships where there are third parties or other people involved because you want to be chosen. And this could be in friendships too. I want to be in the clique. I want to be in the group. I want to be in the work program or the work circle. But there's a fear. Could be a fear of rejection. We got abandonment and rejection. Won't apply to everybody, but for some of y'all, it will. It will. It's showing losing control or not being in control and feeling very uncomfortable. But for some of you, you may be trying to gain control by holding on tighter in relationships or holding on to people that you feel like they become your savior. The person that you've been waiting on, the opportunity that you've been waiting on, but maybe they're toxic. It's showing for some of you, you know you're in toxic environments, situations, relationships, but you can't let go of it. You're waiting for something or someone to show you something different. Or either you're waiting to be chosen. Choose me. Choose me. I'm a hard worker. I do what I need to do. I'm better than this other situation over here. Or I feel like I'm putting more out there, but maybe I'm not getting the accolades of what I need. So it kind of leaves y'all confused. There's a lot of confusion. Major transformation going on, spiritual growth, rebirth, but it's being guided. So some of you literally may feel like you're losing your mind. It's like, I think I know what I want. I think I know how to get there, but I'm not sure. Then there's this thing of, I'm scared that if I do put myself out there and push, I'm going to be rejected. So I got to be an overachiever. And it makes it even worse when you're the overachiever and you get rejected. It keeps going back to this comparison thing. Not for everybody, but for some, you could be competing against yourself. Maybe the aspect of who you are and who you're supposed to be, or the person that you were and who you're emerging as. Some of you may be flipping this and going, you know what? It's not against people. It's about me. I'm pushing myself, which could be letting go of things that made you feel guilty, made you feel stuck, forgiving yourself and seeing yourself as the way that you are, the way that you need to see yourself. I feel like Cancers, y'all got to be careful that you don't wait until there's a blow up to talk about something. Don't wait till your emotions get out of line and then it's like, okay, try to get it before it gets there. I feel like a lot of y'all are holding so much in. You're holding so much in, and then by the time you get to the anger part of it, you're exploding, and then you shut down. It's like there's this big like whoosh, and then it's like, I don't want to deal with you. I don't want to talk to you. I never want to see you again in life, until you calm down, and then you reach out or they reach out, and you start to cycle over. So some of you could have learned, this could be learned behavior. I'm gonna throw a major tantrum to get everything out that has hurt me. And then once I start coming down, then I feel like, oh, okay, maybe I shouldn't have done that. Let's start over. Let's apologize. Let's do this over again. And then the cycle starts over. It's saying accept who you are and forgive your past. Accept who you are and forgive what you are not. Accept who you are. This rebirth, this transformation that's coming is good for you, but it's going to cause you to really look at yourself and go, where are the situations where I am holding myself back because I'm making unhealthy decisions, unhealthy attachments to people because I'm looking for something or I'm waiting for something to happen. Maybe I'm trying to control the outcome, but you're forcing it. And spirit is like, you gotta let yourself be guided. New vision coming in. Start meditating, Cancer. Start connecting with spirit. I feel like you're going to get a lot of answers with it. And for some of you, this is spiritual growth. You're going to be seeing things about yourself that you do not like. And it's going to be really dealing with attachments and abandonment and comparisons and competition. Finding out where you're at. Stop seeing yourself as what people see you as. Oh, they're lazy. Oh, they're too emotional. Oh, you can't talk to them. Every time you talk to them, it's like something it's just too much. And then you're taking the blame for this. Yeah, that's the way I am. I can't help it. I can't, but it's shit. Fuck it. That's who you are. Take it or leave it. Assert yourself. Take it or leave it. This is who I am. You either deal with it or you can't deal with it. And for those that love Cancers, my sister's a Cancer, I deal with it. I love her. Oh, are you having a mood? I check you out in a couple of days. I know you're going to be all right. That's how we do it, Libras and Cancers. But I understand her and I accept her for who she is. And for some of you, that's what you need. All right, Cancers, love you.